Hey everyone, welcome to today's video titled Corny Chaos. Well, that's what I'm thinking it's going to be titled. Honestly, I probably already put this in the title. This is a rant video. Honestly, this is how I feel for Chapter 2 in Season 7. Honestly, I really... Chapter 2 is just crazy to me. I feel like my biggest issues is how nothing rarely gets changed. And when it does get changed, it lasts for a very small amount of time. A lot of the seasons also, have been really sluggish on the updates. And, some people are saying, oh, because of COVID, oh, because of this. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. You shouldn't, I get it, it should affect them, but it shouldn't make it so that you're adding one every, 2 months. It's just crazy. This season, they've started to... People say this season is crazy good. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's that absurd, but it's okay, I guess. I wouldn't say the season is super bad, but I would say the season is kind of meh. A lot of the items feel very frustrating to deal with, like railguns and plasma cannons. But I'm honestly at least glad that they updated the game. But the reason why people say this season is crazy good and might be better than Chapter 2 Season 2 is because the whole, at the beginning of the season, they made changes that were great. But it's like, if you make changes that you should have made 4 seasons ago, does that really make it good changes? No, it just makes it changes. Right? If you add launch pads back and nerf the lever, nerf the headshot damage of the shotguns, which to me isn't a good change. Some people think it's a good change. That you should have done that, the launch pads being back, constantly updating the game instead of updating once every 4 weeks. That should have been something you should have been doing. How are you able to do this when your game first came out, but now that you're this billion-dollar company, you can barely add stuff? And the glitches too, the amount of glitches that are just in the game now is just crazy. You should check out Glitch King, man. He's daily uploading now. That's how many glitches are just found. So I played the inflatable update as soon as it came out, right? The inflatable, which I assume, I heard this rumor that the inflatable was not play tested, and instead it copied and pasted some files, and they were like, well, this file was used in the game at one point, so it'll be good. But when day one of the inflatable, I used it, and I became invincible. Yeah, I straight up became invincible. No one could kill me. I was gonna make a video on it, but I just ended up deleting the footage because honestly, it would take me way too long. It was a long video. It would have taken me way too long to compress and edit everything. But you know what I'm saying? It was just absurd. I heard people were coming invisible, and this is from just using the item. How do you not play test items? You are $1 billion. You have $1 billion company behind you. How are you not able to do simple things that tiny little indie dev teams are able to do? That's what is just absurd to me. And then we have map changes, which nothing barely changes. I feel like the biggest issue is there are 2 types of map changes. They are changing there's 3. Changing the land and area of a location, changing the buildings and POI itself, and then sort of changing the buildings in the POI. So I guess 2. The problem is that with this season, they literally changed nothing. All right, Holly Hatchery, I'll give it that. Sure, it's a cool looking POI, but have you ever tried fighting someone in the Holly Hatchery zone? If you have, you would know that it's terrible. Fighting there, it's like fighting underwater. It just sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it, man. So yeah, that's honestly how I feel about Holly Hatchery. And these mothership abductions are really cool. I like that they did it with Slurpy, Swamp, and Coral. But what a lot of people aren't talking about is after this mothership abduction, these locations are terrible drops. Sludgy Swamp is currently the worst drop in the game right now. It has 10 chests total. which is less chests than Coal Castle. And the worst part is that the geniuses that Epic Games were removed 100% chest spawn rate. Because I'm sure that's something that tons of people ask for. So these 10 chests don't even have a 100% chance of spawning. 10 chests is barely enough loot for someone in solo. Imagine if a squad lands at Sludgy Swamp. There's nothing to go around. Same thing with Coal. Coal has 14 chests, but still, that's 14 chests. All of those chests don't even have a 100% chance of spawning. It's just crazy. So when the location is getting abducted, there's like double the chests because Epic Games adds more chests on the abducted locations. But like, you know, it doesn't make sense. Like, while these places are being abducted, sure, it's a good drop spot. But after that, these places are terrible. Like, you know, but Corny Complex is, of course, going to get abducted the same day that the season ends. So we won't have to worry about Corny just being a terrible drop. But, you know, this happens with Coal and Sludgy, like, well, Slurpy, but it's called Sludgy now. It's just a terrible drop immediately after it's abducted. And I honestly feel like the thing I hate is when they change a location to make it bad. Like in Season 4, how they just changed Catty Corner to have no henchmen and no loot in the vault for no reason, right? It just made the location bad. How often do you land Catty Corner to do anything that isn't challenge related? Yeah, that's what I thought. Same thing with like, Fortilla. They just made Fortilla bad for no reason. They cut it in half in Season 4 and removed all the henchmen. Like, why? Or Rickety Rig. In Season 3, as time went on, Rickety Rig got smaller and smaller until the tiniest location, the tiniest island there was left. It's just crazy, right? And another thing is the map changes. Like, how does Pleasant Park get to stay on the map for almost 4 years, but locations like Starry Suburbs and Hunter's Haven get to stay for 4 weeks, and Hunter's Haven got to stay for 2 months? How does that happen? Why do some locations get to stay longer than others? Essentially, since, I mean, there is the argument that, oh, people like this location more, this location's more popular. But it doesn't make sense since you guys destroyed Tilted, which means no matter how popular a location is, you can still destroy it. They took out Salty Springs, which I'm glad, because again, it's been there for too long. You're changing everything else except certain places. Even though these certain places may seem cool, you have to change them eventually. Also, have you taken a look at the map? Let's talk about in terms of POIs that do get killed. Literally, it's only to middle of the map. It's like someone is at Epic Games and it's like, all right, guys, we need to change something. And they're like, okay, I have an idea. For some odd reason, we're gonna blow up the middle of the map for the 4th season in a row. Yeah, that's a great thing. What do we change now? Oh, you see that farm area? Yeah, let's change it to a different farm. Yeah. You know what? Let's make it an orange farm. Yeah. Let's change that area where the farms usually are, and then let's change Tilted once every 2 seasons. The area where Salty Towers is. Yeah. And that's it. Congratulations, you've named all the map changes. And up, we gotta put tiny little outposts in random spots in the map. And boom, new Fortnite map. Season 8. Watch. They're gonna blow up the middle. The middle's gonna get destroyed. They're gonna destroy one random POI. One just random POI, like, I don't know, like Craggy Cliffs or Dirty Docks. One of those POIs are gonna get destroyed. Watch. And then they're gonna blow up the middle again because you gotta do it, man. And the farm's just gonna get exploded because this is Epic Games in Chapter 2. Watch. There are 7 POIs on this map right now that have not been changed in over a year. What is that? Why does that happen? You're changing locations that have only existed for 2 months in the game, but some locations that have just stood around for over a year with absolutely no major changes, no major / permanent changes to them have happened. And that's a huge issue. They just changed the same 3 points of the map. And then they just... Believer's Beach is not a new location. You can't just take a location that already exists, put some festive decorations, and call it a new location. Like, imagine if Frenzy Farm, when it was in the game, they just took it and changed the color of the buildings. And they put some like, crystal decorations around there. And then they're like, oh, new location. Crazy Farm. No, it's not a new location. It's the same place. It just looks different. It doesn't mean anything. Also, why is the middle of the map a crater again with nothing there? Why? Just why? Why do you keep doing this? Now, there were some things that I'll give them props on that they did good this season. Like, they did the inflatable and the Chimera ray gun. Really cool, goofy items that I feel like have Fortnite energy all over them. But then we have, issues with them. Like, the inflatable had so many game-breaking bugs with it and stuff. I just feel like the genuine problem is that, the things are tested terribly. So when they do come into the game, they have a bunch of glitches with them. Like, did you guys see the prop adductor? On how when it first came out, it didn't even work, and you could get soft locked with the ability to not able to shoot? How does that happen? You are ability, like, how does this happen? I say this battle pass is, it's okay, I guess. That's just my opinion, but like the other things, it just is mind-boggling how low effort the things are. And the only time I really have fun is when I play with friends, which, I'm mostly playing other games like Apex and Super Animal Rail now. Right, but I came here to get the gameplay for this video, and yeah. I came here to get the gameplay for this video, and also, woohoo, Pulse Rifle is a very good gun, guys. As you saw, even though I was directly aiming on his stomach, nothing happened. So, woohoo, that's just great, isn't it? So, yeah, I got the gameplay for this video. Honestly, I usually play Fortnite with my friends, but even they just don't even bother playing the game anymore. So, alright, if this video gets 20 likes, I will assemble the team. Yes, I will try to assemble the team to play some Apex and Super Animal Royale, but I need to convince them. Also, this will happen on a Saturday because school is a thing that exists. Yeah, woohoo, school, very fun. So this will have to happen on a Saturday, but I will try to assemble the team to play Animal Royale and Apex, but this video has to get 20 likes, which probably isn't going to happen, which means I don't have to worry about convincing them. But, you should get this video to 20 likes so that I have the opportunity to convince them to play a free game that I find super fun, that I'm actually kind of good at. Saw that video where I last played Animal Royale and I was trash? Oh, don't worry, I'm actually good at the game now. Only took me 1 week. Let's go, baby! So, yeah, I'll be making a video on Animal Royale soon, I guess. And also, yeah, sorry about the slower uploads, because again, school exists. And it's terrible. Yeah, you guys know how that is. But yeah, I just really hope Season 8 makes some big changes. But honestly, I'm just thinking that I'm being stupid right now. Because you guys, I assume a lot of you guys know the definition of insanity. Just trying the same thing over and over and over again. Expecting there to be a different outcome. Like, why should I play the game expecting the lazy development team to change their ways, but instead Marvel collab number 25. I didn't even talk about the collaborations. I feel like a lot of people have a similar opinion on collaborations. Some of them are cool, some of them aren't cool. But when you have too many collabs, even if they are cool, it's just not cool, man. That's my opinion on collabs. Just summarized right then and there. Honestly, please, I hope Season 8 is good. Because if Season 8 is a really bad season, then I just won't play the game anymore. So, yeah, don't expect any Season 7 videos until Season 8. But expect videos on other games. By the way, I was trying to make a video on Splitgate. But, in the middle of recording, my game crashed. And I went to log back into Splitgate. And the servers are at full capacity. Splitgate has so much potential, in my opinion, as soon as they fix the server capacity. Like, if they can increase their server capacity, then you got yourself a game that could honestly rival Warzone, right? Also, I've been playing a little bit of Warzone, but I don't know, maybe you'll see a video.
What the dog doing?
That's a maybe. Anyways, the rest is just gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, hope you enjoyed.